Hello everyone, Sonic Ryan 9 here, and welcome. As you can clearly see, I am in possession of the brand new Nintendo Switch 2 for the first time. As you can tell, I have the Mario Kart World on the dashboard and everything. Now you're probably wondering, what's this video all about? Well, today, while yes, I will be covering Mario Kart World at some point, don't worry, I have got plans for that game, and it's not necessarily the idea that you think I'm going to go. Today, I have been told, or more importantly, I've done a bit of research, that the Switch 2 can run some Switch 1 games better, in some cases way better, than they are on the regular Switch 1. Well, today we're going to try and test a few of these, specifically games that matter to me. In which case, for me at least, the Crash and Spyro games on here. I've got Crash 4, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, Crash Bandicoot N. Trilogy, and Spyro Reignited Trilogy all loaded onto the system. And I'd figured, you know, since not many people are probably going to be showing these games off on the Switch 2, why not do it myself? So, I feel like it's best thing to go in order, starting off with Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy. Now obviously this isn't going to be me playing through these games, I'm just going to play a level or two, just to show it off on the Switch 2, and you know, see what you guys also think of how it looks, how it plays.
Developed by vicarious visions.
Skip that. So here we are, loading in the menu. I will also briefly mention that Crash 2. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I will briefly mention that Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, if you go on the eShop, it's actually an unsupported Switch 2 title. So take that as you will, and because it's unsupported, you actually can't buy it digitally on the Switch 2. So you might need the physical copy, unless of course you already bought it on the Switch 1. But anyway, let's play a level here. And okay, I mean, I don't know if the load times were as quick as that in Switch 1, but that was pretty quick, I'm not gonna lie. Now obviously I don't have my Switch 1 with me to give you guys a side-by-side comparison, but as you can see, game plays for it pretty well, all things considered, you know. It's not really any frame drops or anything, and if there is, it's very small, minor. It's actually quite nice going back and playing some Crash again, because it's been some time, I'm not gonna lie. I am a little bit rusty, I'm not gonna lie, because I haven't really played much Crash since I don't know, since I last touched it on, well, it would have been on PS5 and I think when I did the videos for it. But yeah, I mean, it's fairly playable. I think there's a few small glitches here and there, which kind of is probably the reason why this game is classed as unsupported. But yeah, I'm not going to show off all 3 games, you know, because, well, this game collection is technically, you know, all part of the same thing. So if you can play Crash 2, you can play Crash 1 and Crash 3 just fine. And yeah, it plays just fine. Can't really have any complaints here. So yeah, let's move on. We will do Spyro next. And this is another game that I haven't really touched since I did the initial playthrough. Yeah, let's just do new game. We'll do Spyro 2. Yeah, this will also be a good test of the load times, because I will be 100% honest. The load times for some of these games in the Crash and Spyro variety do take a fairly decent amount of time to load. But here we are in Spyro Reignited. It does look quite nice. This game is definitely actually looks quite a lot better than Crash did, honestly. It also helps that this game is actually supported on the eShop, so you can actually get this game digitally if you do decide to go get it digitally. You guys probably won't notice this, but this game is running at its, I believe it's 30 FPS frame rate. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any major dips. I mean, it's dipping here and there, but I think, you know, maybe this game just isn't like super optimized for Switch 2. I'm not really super knowledgeable on like performance on games, other than, you know, if I see like little dips here and there, then, and it's noticeable for me, then it'll probably be noticeable for you. But this is very much playable. I would say if you didn't have a PlayStation or an Xbox and you only had a Switch 2, this is a fine enough way to play the Reignited Trilogy.
Hi, Spyro.
Though obviously if you have a PlayStation 5 or a Series S or an X and you've got the Reignited Trilogy, my advice is to probably get it for the other systems, because I think the games just run better on them. And yeah.
Ah, you must be the... Thank you.
Let's do a bit of a speed run here.
To get a good look.
Yeah. Out of my way.
Spyro, thanks for helping us fight off the lizard. This map.
Alright. Alright, now this is also a test to see the load times. Okay, so that was about 6 seconds to go from Glimmer to obviously the cutscene and then into game. So yeah, that's actually not bad. That's actually pretty good. I don't know how I don't really remember what it's like on PS5 or Series S or X, but that's pretty decent. It's definitely an improvement over Switch 1. My God, so the load times on some of these games is rough, and definitely a lot longer than just playing it on a PlayStation 5 or Series X. But yeah, that's Spyro. Alright, not bad so far. Let's move on to a big one for me. Crash Team Racing Nitro Field. A game infamous for having quite lengthy load times on the Switch 1. In some cases, as bad as like almost a minute long. It's for like Switch 1. I think it's actually like, some people have tested it, but it's like 40 seconds long. So let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see how we do on here. We'll do one race, medium, yeah, and we'll just be load times on the character models a bit long, but yeah, it'll just be Crash. Unfortunately, I don't have the same save as I do on my PlayStation, so I've got absolutely nothing unlocked. Right, okay. So it was about 15 seconds, which, if I remember correctly, is better. It's not a massive jump in like load time performance, but it's better than what it was, honestly. And you know, playing this on here. This is playing just fine, honestly. In fact, it's pretty stable. The frame rate here is actually quite stable. Compared to Spyro, at least, where it felt like there were a few... I don't know if you guys noticed it in the video, but there were dips in the frames, which... in this, and I guess to an extent, Insane Trilogy, this is running fine, honestly. Obviously, I don't know how this game performs on some of the more intense tracks, like Drive Through Danger. That one's quite an intense track with all the things that go on in the background. So some more testing may have to be done, but on this first track, on Crash Cove, this is running fine, honestly. Again, if you didn't have a PlayStation 5 or a Series X and you wanted to get the Switch 2 for any of these games, this is not a bad way to play them, honestly. This is not a bad way. I'm going to quit. Yeah, again, that was about 8 seconds. Again, that's not actually that bad. All things considered, if you were to play this on Switch 2, I think you will actually have a pretty decent time actually playing it. To be 100% honest. Alright, the last game. Crash Bandicoot 4. Now, if I remember correctly... Okay, the frames. Okay, this is interesting. How do I put this? There was no sound effects at all in any of those opening logos. That's an interesting start. Okay, there is... Okay, I was about to say. So that... Don't worry, you guys. That was not a... Oh. Sign into... No. I don't care about that. As I was saying... what was I saying? But whatever. This was another game that was bogged down by the load times for me. And as you can see, this is also a save that barely has anything in it. So let's see. Oh, that was a lot quicker compared to Switch 1, especially. That was way quicker than the Switch 1 version. I think it is 30, just like the Switch 1. Doesn't feel like 60. Again, in terms of graphics, I still think the PlayStation 5 version, because that's the version I played primarily, looks better. And obviously you're getting 60 FPS on the Switch version, on the, not Switch, the PlayStation version. This is, I think, is 30. But it looks pretty decent on this version. I don't know about you guys. This looks alright. By the way, I'm just keeping silent for every now and then so you guys can listen to the game. Listen to all the music and everything. So yeah, that's about it really. Yeah, I would say Crash 4 runs just fine on Switch 2, honestly. I didn't really feel any frame dips, like, at all there. Graphics look nice enough. It is in 30 FPS. It's a very much a stable 30 FPS, so at least you're getting that. It's not like dipping into like 20 or anything, which is good. But yeah, honestly, if you're gonna get the Crash and Spyro games on Switch 2, I would say I would seriously consider it. Again, if you've already got them on PlayStation 5 or Series X or even PC even, maybe consider getting them, at least for like portability, because you obviously the Switch 2 you can play as a handheld and as a console. But yeah, as a whole, these worked fairly well on the Switch 2. Honestly, I'm impressed, and it kind of makes me want to try out other Switch 1 games on the Switch 2 now and see what works and what doesn't. But yeah, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this little video, and yeah, I'll see you all later.